The more you try to keep your phone extra safe from all the scratches and drops, that's when you actually go ahead and drop it.
Your value increases when you add value to others.
This is the scenario in many things in our life. No, whether we're buying a new car, or whether we're buying a new gadget, or whether we're trying to secure this new business that we've built, whatever it is, the more you try to be overly protective about it, that's when you start to see a downfall or a decline, or no, things not happening as it should be, or you start to tie your mind to all the outcomes or the negative outcomes, and what ends up happening, it takes you away from what are the steps that you can actually take to overcome these situations that you're facing. So this is the same when you're working as a business owner or you're trying to start a business, because the more you think about what happens or what it's going to take to fail or in the business, or how the business could fail, you're trying to seclude yourself into a small little bubble and try to build this baby up that you've created. You're trying to make sure that you're putting in all the efforts and trying not to ensure any failure, or trying to perfect everything to the maximum potential that you can. What ends up happening is things go the other way around. It's actually because you're so preoccupied and your mind is so occupied in certain things, on focusing in on how not to fail and how not to look bad with in the community that you're building your business, or how not to fail your parents, for example, or how not to fail your relatives, for example, if they've invested in your organization or your company, or even investors for that matter of sake. So anytime that you start to focus yourself on those goals where you're trying to secure it, what ends up happening is when these problems pile up on you, everything comes crashing down. So don't put yourself in this situation where you're overcomplicating things and confuse yourself, because as a business owner, and when you are starting up, what's there for you to focus on is all the controllables, because the uncontrollables you cannot actually control no matter what you do. So focusing on the inputs, focusing on the process, focusing on setting the right examples in the business, and ensuring that with time and with your efforts in doing it repetitively and making sure that the process is set for the business, it will reach that goal, the end goal and the potential that the business has. So the more you start worrying about what that person's going to say, what the people are going to say around you if you fail, what are my parents going to think? How am I going to be looking at people who I said I will raise this company to $1 million business or $1 billion business? How am I going to face reality? If you are in a situation where you're actually going or looking down at a decline in your business, then look at yourself. How can you actually pivot? Because a business cannot just simply originate within within a community out of nowhere. There's a need, there's a particular requirement, and you've actually done scope, you've done work to actually get this business out there. So understand, what are your next steps? How can I pivot? How can I look at other ideas? How can I incorporate maybe technology, or how can I incorporate user feedback, and how can I actually betterment it for the people that are actually using it? If you start worrying about what happens if I fail in front of these people, who are you trying to please? This journey of you being an entrepreneur or a business owner is not to actually go ahead and please someone. So take care of yourself and take care of the business by doing the right things and taking the right steps. Look at your business and focus on what success means to your business, and take those goals and align them with your vision, and kind of take things from there and build upon that through your hard work, through your determination, through your efforts to actually scale the business. And understand, you have to set those processes in place to ensure that you're actually taking the business to the next level. Don't really think about making it big, and don't really think about impressing people who don't even care about you, because all those people who are there, who are actually looking at you and who are looking up to you to see if this business is going to thrive or not, are not going to be there when you're actually facing struggles or when you are successful. They're not going to be anywhere near you, right? So understand that whatever it is, Always focus your hard work and efforts into things that you can actually control, regardless of what the situation is and regardless of how the situation might turn out. Don't let other people's opinions put you down. Don't also let your thoughts overcloud you and divert your attention from what's actually required. No, focus your ways on what you have set as your goals and build processes and like go the full stretch. Don't try to go, no, I've set these processes, but then no, you see for 2-3 days and you're like, oh no, there's no result coming in, and so you just change your plans, take a U-turn, go backwards. That's not how it works. So stop trying to overprotect your business idea. And for example, people who are actually starting, stop trying to protect your business idea thinking that there's no, I'm going to put these patents, I'm going to bring out these agreements and NDAs and so on, and then once all these things are signed, and then I'll go to people and actually explain to them about my product or service. If it's going to work out, I'll do market research and then understand how this business can actually flourish and scale. Try to do things realistically, speak to people, and understand what value you can provide as a business to people, and take things from there. The more you focus on the plans that you're going to take forward, and the more you focus on the next steps of how you're actually going to constructively work on building your organization, that's when you'll actually see growth. Rather than focusing on the negatives, try to be optimistic, try to be empathetic with the people that you're working with. Focusing on sitting down and really listening to people and understanding what they're able to communicate with you, and how are they perceiving what you're saying, how are they perceiving your vision and goals for the business, how are customers and prospects valuing your business, how much value do they put on you, are they able to pay for your products and services, and then take those things as a constructive feedback when there are issues there, rather than thinking, oh no, things are not going my way. Think about what are the ways you are positively impacting the society and the community, and see and look at the ways that you can actually increment that on a bigger scale. Don't look at all the negative side. Try to ignore the negatives and kind of pull the positives from your perspective, and look at how you can actually take these positives to the next level. How can you double down on the positive side of things and make sure that your business can actually grow and scale? I hope you found this useful, guys. Do like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon so that you get notified with all the videos that I'm going to be posting from here onwards. Take care. Cheers.